You think you can challenge me, boy?
I don't think I know. Big words, or let's see get back on ma.
Take your hand off of me. Make me!
Hollywood, 1972, the Paramount lot. Tuesday afternoon. Clint Eastwood is in the building, not for a film, for a meeting. Studio executives, producers, lawyers, the kind of meeting where millions get discussed over cigars and handshakes. His security is with him, always is, a man named Marcus Dutton. 6'5", 350 pounds, former Green Beret out of Fort Bragg. Saw combat in Vietnam, 2 tours, came back different, harder, found work in private security. Been with Clint for 8 months now. Marcus believes in one thing: size matters, training matters, combat experience matters. He's been in real fights, life or death situations, not tournaments, not demonstrations, real violence where hesitation gets you killed. He's never lost, never been knocked down by someone he couldn't put back down harder, and he's never met anyone who made him reconsider what he thought he knew about fighting. Until today. Bruce Lee is on the lot. He's here for a meeting too. Different building, different project. But Paramount is only so big. Paths cross. Clint knows Bruce not well but enough. They've spoken at industry events. Mutual respect. Clint admires the work Bruce is trying to do, breaking barriers, changing how Hollywood sees Asian actors, creating opportunities where none existed before. Marcus has heard the stories, the demonstrations, the speed, the 1-inch punch that supposedly sends men flying, the kicks that break boards and bones with equal ease. He thinks it's Hollywood magic, camera tricks, wires, stunt coordinators making actors look good the same way they make movie stars look tough on screen but fold in real confrontations. Marcus has seen real violence. He knows the difference between performance and reality. Or so he thinks. The meeting ends early. Clint walks out of the executive building with his assistant and Marcus trailing behind. They cut through the backlot, soundstages on both sides, equipment trucks, crew members moving set pieces, painters touching up fake building facades, the machinery of Hollywood turning as it always does. And there, near stage 7, Bruce Lee stands talking with a cinematographer. Black training clothes, simple. No entourage, no security. Just him and one other person having a conversation about camera angles and lighting. Clint sees him. Bruce turns, smiles, recognition. He excuses himself from the cinematographer and walks over. Clint, good to see you. They shake hands, professional, warm. 2 men who respect each other's work even if they operate in different spheres of the same industry. You shooting something here? Clint asks. Meeting about a project. Warner Brothers? Still early. Bruce glances past Clint to Marcus, studies him for a moment. The way a man looks at terrain before crossing it, taking in the size, the posture, the energy, reading what most people don't know they're broadcasting. Then back to Clint. How's the Western coming? Good. We're in post now. Should be out next summer. Clint turns slightly. This is Marcus, my head of security. Bruce nods at Marcus, polite, acknowledging. Marcus doesn't nod back, doesn't extend a hand, just stares, evaluates. Bruce is small, smaller than he looks on screen, maybe 130 and 35 soaking wet. Marcus has taken down men twice that size in alleys in Sagan. Men who were armed, desperate, fighting for their lives. This is supposed to be dangerous. This movie actor in comfortable clothes having polite conversations about camera work. I've heard about you, Marcus says. Flat, no warmth. Have you? Bruce's tone doesn't change. Still polite, still calm, like he's discussing the weather, the demonstrations, the speed, all that. Marcus steps forward. Half a step, enough to establish presence, to make his size felt, to crowd the space between them. Looks real impressive for the cameras. Clint's assistant tenses. She knows that tone, that stance, that energy. She's seen Marcus use it before. Usually right before someone ends up learning a hard lesson about respect and boundaries. Marcus, Clint says, a warning, quiet but clear. The tone that means stop now before this becomes something we all regret. Marcus ignores it. He's committed now. Tired of hearing about Bruce Lee, tired of the mythology, tired of people treating a movie actor like he's some kind of warrior when Marcus has seen actual warriors. Has been an actual warrior, has survived situations that would break most men. I'm just saying demonstrations are one thing, real situations are different. When someone's actually trying to hurt you, when there's no director to yell cut. Bruce tilts his head slightly. Not defensive, just curious. The way a teacher looks at a student asking an interesting but misguided question. You have experience with real situations, 2 tours. Vietnam, hand-to-hand combat training. I've put men down who were trying to kill me. Not trying to look good for a camera, not performing for an audience. He actually trying to end my life. Marcus lets that hang in the air, the weight of it, the reality of it, the undeniable truth that he has been tested in ways most people never will be. The backlot has gone quiet. Not completely. Crew members are still working, equipment is still being moved, the machinery of film production continues. But the immediate area, the 20 feet around this conversation, has become still. People sense something, the air has changed. Confrontations create a frequency that humans pick up on instinctively. That must have been difficult, Bruce says. Genuine. No sarcasm. No judgment. Combat is different from training. Different from sport. Different from demonstration. I understand that. Do you? Marcus smiles. Not friendly. Not warm. The smile of a man who knows he's right and is about to prove it. Clint steps between them. Physical intervention now. This has gone far enough. All right, that's enough, Marcus, we're leaving. He puts a hand on Marcus's arm, firm, but the kind of touch that says, I'm not asking, but Marcus doesn't move. He's 350 pounds of muscle and combat experience and ego that's been building for 8 months. 8 months of watching Clint praise Bruce Lee. 8 months of hearing stories about how fast he is, how powerful, how revolutionary his approach to martial arts is, how he's changing everything. Marcus wants to prove something. To Clint, to himself, to everyone standing around pretending not to watch. I'll tell you what, Marcus says, his voice loud enough now that crew members are definitely watching. Conversations have stopped. Work has paused. People are paying attention. Why don't we find out right here? No cameras, no wires, no stunt coordinators. Just you and me. See if all that flash works when someone fights back. The world stops. Clint's assistant has her hand over her mouth. Crew members have frozen mid-task. Someone drops a tool, it clangs on concrete. Nobody moves to pick it up. The sound echoes across the backlot like a gunshot. Bruce holds up a hand, small gesture, peaceful. It's all right, Clint. He looks at Marcus, really looks at him, like he's seeing something Marcus doesn't know is visible, reading layers most people don't know exist. You're sure about this? I've never been more sure of anything. And after, when it's over, what then? The question hangs in the air. Marcus hasn't thought about after. In his mind, after is simple. Bruce goes down. The myth gets shattered. Everyone sees that size and real combat experience trump movie magic. Marcus laughs, short, brutal, confident. Then you'll know what real fighting looks like. Bruce is quiet for a moment, thinking. Not about whether he can win. That's not the question. The question is whether he should, about what happens next, about consequences Marcus hasn't considered. All right, Bruce finally says. But not here. Too many people. There's an empty soundstage behind us. Stage 12. No one shooting there today. Marcus nods. Led the way. They walk. Bruce in front. Marcus behind him. Clint following with his assistant. Trying to figure out how to stop this without making it worse. Crew members trail along. Not many, 6, maybe 7. People who sense they're about to witness something worth remembering. Stage 12 is dark, empty. The door creaks when Bruce pushes it open. Light spills in from outside, cutting across the concrete floor in a wedge. The space is massive, 40 feet high, equipment stored along the walls, cables coiled like sleeping snakes, lights hanging dark from the ceiling grid. Bruce walks to the center of the floor. His footsteps echo, he turns, waits calm, ready. Marcus follows, shrugs off his jacket, hands it to Clint. Hold this. Clint takes it, says nothing. His face is unreadable. Marcus rolls his shoulders, cracks his neck, 350 pounds of muscle loosening up. He's been in bar fights, street fights, jungle combat. He's confident, more than confident, certain. Bruce stands relaxed, hands at his sides, weight centered. He looks like he's waiting for a bus. No guard, no visible tension, just stillness. Whenever you're ready, Bruce says. Marcus moves. He's fast for his size. The Green Beret training shows. He closes distance quick, throws a jab to measure range. Bruce's head moves 3 inches. The jab passes through air. Marcus follows with a right cross, real power behind it. The kind of punch that ends fights. Bruce isn't there. He's moved. Not jumped back, just shifted. A quarter turn, minimal motion, maximum efficiency. Marcus's fist travels through empty space. Before Marcus can reset, he feels it. Pressure on his wrist. Not a grab, lighter. Fingertips. Then his balance is gone. Marcus doesn't understand what's happening. His body is moving in a direction he didn't choose. His feet are wrong. The floor rushes up. He hits hard, 350 pounds slamming into concrete. The impact echoes. Dust rises. Someone gasps. Marcus has been knocked down before. You get up, always. He pushes himself to one knee, rage building, ready to surge forward. A foot rests on his chest. Not pressing, just there. Light as a suggestion, but absolute as gravity. He looks up. Bruce Lee stands over him. Calm, unmoved, not even breathing hard. No triumph, no mockery, just patience. Stay down, Bruce says. Quiet, almost kind. Marcus doesn't listen. Never has. That's what made him effective in Vietnam. You don't stop. You don't quit. He grabs Bruce's ankle. His massive hand wraps around the joint completely. He's going to pull, twist, bring the small man down where size matters. Bruce doesn't resist. He drops, not falls. Drops. Controlled. Intentional. His entire body descends in one fluid motion using Marcus's grip as an anchor. In the same movement, his free leg swings. The heel catches Marcus under the chin, not hard enough to break bone, just hard enough to make the world go white. Marcus's grip releases. His hand falls. His head hits concrete again. This time he doesn't try to get up. Can't, his body has stopped taking orders. The soundstage is silent. Clint Eastwood hasn't moved. His arms are crossed. His face shows something nobody has seen before. Shock. Real shock. Bruce steps back, gives Marcus space. The fight is over. 8 seconds. Maybe 10. Someone get him water, Bruce says. He'll be dizzy when he wakes up. Nobody moves. They're all staring, trying to process what they witnessed. A 350-pound combat veteran put on the ground twice in under 10 seconds by a man who weighs 135 pounds. Bruce walks to where Clint stands, stops a few feet away. I'm sorry, I tried to avoid it. Clint finds his voice. How? The question encompasses everything. He grabbed my ankle. A grab is a commitment. Once you commit, you can't adapt. You're locked into one outcome. Bruce looks back at Marcus, who's starting to stir. I gave him an outcome he didn't expect. That wasn't a fight, Clint says. That was education, Bruce finishes. He needed to learn something. Now he knows. Marcus is sitting up now, holding his head, his jaw, trying to understand. The sequence doesn't make sense. Can't make sense. He's replaying it. The grab, the drop, the heel. None of it connects to anything he knows about combat. Bruce walks over, extends a hand. Marcus stares at it, at the small hand of the man who just destroyed him. He doesn't want to take it, but something deeper makes him reach up. Bruce pulls him to his feet. Effortless, they stand facing each other. The size difference is absurd. Marcus towers over Bruce, outweighs him by 215 pounds. And yet, you're very strong, Bruce says, very well trained. But strength is only one tool. When you make it your only tool, you become predictable. And predictable means vulnerable. Marcus wants to argue, wants a rematch, wants to explain it was a fluke. But he knows deep in his bones it wasn't a fluke. If they did this 100 times, the result would be the same every time. How? Marcus asks, voice rough, shaken. Because I don't fight the way you expect. I don't commit force against force. I use your force, your commitment, your assumptions. Bruce steps back. You assumed size would win, strength would win, combat experience would win. Those assumptions made you predictable. Marcus sits down, not from pain. His legs don't want to hold him. His entire understanding of combat just shattered. Everything he built his identity on, invalidated in 8 seconds. Bruce looks at Clint. I should go. I'm late for my meeting. Clint nods, can't find words. Bruce walks to the door, stops, turns back. Mr. Dutton. Marcus looks up. Next time you want to test someone, ask first. You might learn more from conversation than confrontation. He leaves. The door closes. Light cuts off. The soundstage returns to darkness. Nobody speaks. Clint lights a cigar, takes a long drag, blows smoke toward the ceiling. His hand shakes slightly, not from fear, from recognition. He's been making tough guy movies for years. He's playing cowboys and cops who solve problems with violence, getting paid millions to pretend to be dangerous. And he just watched someone who actually is dangerous. Someone who doesn't need to pretend. Someone who makes all of Clint's characters look like children playing dress up. You all right? Clint asks Marcus. Marcus doesn't answer immediately. He's staring at the door Bruce walked through. I've been in combat. Real combat. Men trying to kill me. I killed them first, and I just got taken apart by a movie star who weighs 135 pounds. He's not just a movie star, Clint says quietly. No. Marcus shakes his head. No, he's not. The crew members slip away one by one, back to their jobs. Except it's not normal anymore. They've seen something they'll talk about for years, something they'll struggle to explain to people who weren't there. Clint helps Marcus to his feet. They walk out together, back into California sunshine. The Paramount lot looks the same, busy, normal, people moving equipment, actors heading to trailers, directors reviewing scripts, but something has changed. Marcus doesn't go home that night. He sits in his car in the parking lot for 3 hours. Engine off, windows up, staring at nothing. His jaw aches. His pride ache is worse. He keeps replaying it. The grab, the drop, the speed, the absolute certainty in Bruce's eyes. The way Bruce moved, like he knew exactly what was going to happen before it happened. Like the fight was predetermined by understanding Marcus couldn't match. Marcus has fought in jungles, survived situations that should have killed him, situations where men with weapons and desperation tried to end his life. He thought he understood combat. He thought his size and training and experience made him dangerous. He didn't understand anything. 3 days later, Clint has lunch with director Don Siegel at Musso and Frank Grill. They're discussing a new project. Clint is distracted, keeps stirring his drink without drinking. "You're somewhere else," Siegel says. Clint sets down his glass. "You ever see something that changes how you think about everything?" Siegel laughs. "I'm a director. I see that daily. Not like this." Clint leans back. "I watched Bruce Lee put Marcus on the ground Tuesday. Twice, maybe 8 seconds total." Siegel raises an eyebrow. "Marcus, the big one. Green Beret." "Yeah." Clint shakes his head. "And here's the thing, Don. Bruce wasn't even trying. I could see it. He was being gentle. Teaching. I've known him for years, seen him demonstrate. Thought I understood what he could do. I didn't understand anything. The story spreads. Not in newspapers, not in magazines. Stories like this don't make the press in 1972. But they travel through other channels. Whispered conversations at studio lots, quiet exchanges in martial arts schools, late-night discussions between stunt coordinators who've worked with both men. Within a month, the incident at Paramount has become legend. The details shift with each telling. Some versions say Marcus threw 5 punches. Some say 10. Some claim Bruce knocked him unconscious with one finger. The truth gets buried under layers of exaggeration. But the core remains: a massive combat veteran challenged Bruce Lee. The massive combat veteran lost. Badly, quickly, completely. Marcus quits 2 weeks later. No explanation. Just a phone call to Clint's assistant saying he's done, effective immediately. Clint understands. Doesn't try to stop him. Some lessons change you. Some lessons make it impossible to go back to who you were. Some lessons shatter the version of yourself you've been operating as. Clint hires a new head of security, smaller, faster, more adaptable. He's learned something too. Size isn't what makes someone effective. Understanding is. Years later, after Bruce's death, Clint will be asked about him in interviews. He always says the same thing: Bruce was the real thing, not Hollywood real. Interviewers always push for specifics, want details, want the inside story. Clint never gives them. Some stories aren't for public consumption. Some moments belong only to the people who witnessed them. But privately, with people he trusts, Clint tells the story. The soundstage, the challenge, the 8 seconds that changed how he understood combat. "Marcus was the toughest guy I knew," Clint says, always the same words. Toughest guy in any room, combat veteran, Green Beret, someone who'd survived real violence, and Bruce made him look like a child. Not because Bruce was cruel, he wasn't. He was almost gentle about it. That's what made it terrifying. He could have done anything. Broken bones, caused permanent damage, ended Marcus's ability to function. And he chose to just teach. That level of control wrapped in that level of skill. That's what real power looks like. The incident never makes any official record. No police report, no documentation, no insurance claim. It exists only in memory and stories told quietly among people who know. But it matters because it's true. Every word. July 20th, 1973. Marcus is working construction in Oregon when he hears the news. Bruce Lee is dead, 32 years old. Brain edema or something medical that doesn't make sense for someone that young. He sits down on a pile of lumber, doesn't move for an hour. The crew leaves him alone. They can see something's wrong. He never met Bruce before that day at Paramount. Never spoke to him again after. But Bruce changed his life, showed him that everything he thought he knew was incomplete. That lesson, painful and humiliating and transformative, became the foundation of something new, something better. Marcus spent the year after Paramount studying, not just physical training, philosophy, reading, trying to understand what Bruce understood. Marcus never tells the story publicly, never seeks attention for it. But when people ask him about Bruce, about whether the legends are true, he always says the same thing: the legends don't come close. And he means it. The legends talk about speed and power. They don't talk about what it felt like to be in front of him. The certainty, the calm, the complete absence of doubt, the understanding that you were dealing with someone operating on a different level. That's what Marcus tells people when they really ask. Bruce Lee was real. Everything else is just details. And that reality, that truth, stayed with Marcus for the rest of his life. Every day he remembered those 8 seconds. Every day, he understood a little more about what Bruce had tried to teach him. Not through words, through demonstration, through the kind of lesson that can only be learned by experiencing it. The kind that breaks you down so you can be built back up. In Hollywood, where everything is performance and nothing is quite what it seems, where tough guys are created by lighting and camera angles and stunt doubles, there was one man who was exactly what he appeared to be. Clint Eastwood knew it. Marcus Dutton learned it. 7 witnesses saw it. And on a Tuesday afternoon in 1972, in an empty soundstage at Paramount Studios, the difference between movie tough and real tough was demonstrated in 8 seconds that changed everyone who was there. Some stories don't need embellishment. Some moments are perfect exactly as they happened. Some truths are so complete they don't require explanation, only witness. This is one of them.